Henry and George, the dynamic brother duo that stood together all the way from the beginning of life to the very end. They were my close companions for almost 5 years. Henry and George were my pet gerbils given to me on Christmas of 2013. I was so excited to get them. They were so adorable. Henry, a fuzzy, brown, chubby gerbil, and George, slightly different, slimmer, white, red-eyed gerbil. Henry loved to sleep and eat and lay around. George was almost the complete opposite. George was slim, adventurous, he loved to dig burrows and escape any chance he would get. I remember one time we were visiting some friends in Kansas City, Missouri, and one of the little girls left their cage open. This just shows their personality. Henry didn't even bother with the open door. He stayed and slept and ate food, whereas George, on the other hand, escaped as soon as the door opened. He somehow found a way to get into the wall, and he fell 4 stories. We were on the top floor, and he fell 4 stories all the way to the basement. Now, we only had 2 days left of this trip, and we didn't find him in those entire 2 days. And I was heartbroken because I thought that we had lost him. Then, right before we were about to leave, he shows up in the basement with a broken leg. So for the next 2 weeks, I had to feed him by hand and give him water and care for his needs. One really sweet thing that warmed my heart is that Henry stood by him the entire time. He made a little burrow for him, he slept by him to keep him warm, and even brought him food whenever he could eat. This showed me just how close they really were. Henry and George were so different in personality, but they meant the same to me. They were my companions through hard days at school. I was homeschooled, and they would take naps in my sleeves while I was doing homework, or they would provide a nice break for me when I was tired of doing homework and just wanted someone to hang out with. I love animals, and they provided this connection that I already had, but I could just deepen it with them. They meant so much to me, and they were together through thick and thin, through every move, and they even died around the same time, not even a week of each other. And I was very heartbroken that they died, but I'm glad that they passed at the same time because they were together through thick and thin. And I will always look back on my memories of Henry and George with great fondness for all of the happy memories that they provided, and also with all the great time that I had with